Good game, a good hard-fought win. I said at halftime to the TV people that didn't think it was a work of art early on, but two teams were working at it, and for us, even that gap between the first and second goal is, they're a very good defensive team. Just we had to keep working at it. We don't run by you, easily, and so we just had to keep plugging. And in reference to when they closed to one, I was concerned. It was 2 extra man goals. I wasn't happy about that piece of it. I was very glad that we scored quickly. I was actually prepared to call a timeout if need be soon thereafter to make sure that we settled down. But then we got those 2 goals and seemed to kind of get back in control again. I think the key for us, for the most part, was that I think we felt like we could defend them most of the day. I never felt like we were actually in any peril defensively. Whether or not we were going to change to a zone or whether or not you felt like they were going to seize the momentum of the game, it felt like every time they came down that we sort of had it under control. That didn't mean we stopped them every time, obviously, but that we were able to manage ourselves defensively throughout the game, and that was probably the key overall. And I think we've just gotten a little better. You got a young kid in the goal, and you got some young guys playing. Pat Harbison is starting to emerge, give us a little depth. Cochran's playing a little better. Riley was away for a year. I mean, we got a lot of guys that are kind of in this for the first time, and I think we are just getting a little bit better as a team. Hopefully we can make something happen on Sunday.
Coach, the sequence when Maryland cut it to 1 and Pat goes off the penalty and comes right back on and fights through a couple checks and makes a big assist for you. Talk about his play, and can you clarify kind of what the refs were telling you at that point?
I'd never seen a situation where, with simultaneous fouls like that the first foul wasn't released after the first extra man goal was scored. I couldn't imagine why Scott McWilliams wasn't back on the field at that point, but they said because the fouls had happened at exactly the same moment, that's how it's played. I was in no position to argue since I had no idea what they were talking about, but I wasn't happy to be facing off with one guy at the face-off line, and we actually had a shot at that ground ball and could have prevented it had we been able to manage the ball a little bit in that situation. Certainly that was a problematic situation for us overall, and they closed the 2. Patrick, occasionally somebody just makes a play, and that's what Patrick did right there. In games like this, you need some people to do those kind of things. We had a couple of guys do that throughout the course of the game. That was a big moment in the game for us to be able to come back and get that goal.